This is a story of hot Texas. In Texas, there lived a man named John, and there lived a girl named Sally. And Sally wanted to be a cowboy, but unfortunately, back in the day, women were not allowed to be cowboys. Unfortunately, back in the day, women were not allowed out of the houses. Unfortunately, back in the day, women were always pregnant because they like them bigger in Texas. So, the woman...
And we will show you how, in fact, improv comedy can be used to help you do those presentations and make them more effective.
Life isn't scripted, right? No matter how much you want it to be with your presentations and your brochures and you know what you want to say, life is the ultimate improvisation. This game, as you saw, was about quick thinking, about going with the flow and keeping things moving, which is what you do every day. What we're going to do today is play a series of improv comedy exercises.
But without the bell.
Without the bell for most of them. And we're going to play them, demonstrating them here. Sometimes we may ask for a volunteer. But one of the big things is that this is an interactive presentation. So we're going to have you doing some exercises just from where you're sitting. One of the reasons why people have trouble improvising, thinking quickly, is that we think too many steps ahead. You have to be in the moment to be able to change quickly, because if you're three-step thought process ahead, you have to backtrack before you can switch.
And oftentimes, when you're that far ahead, the client isn't going in that direction. You're going in a direction you think they're going to go in, but they're not.
So the two things to do about this, number one is be present. And the way you do that, number one, is by having your material down cold. Right? There's no excuse for lack of preparation. And the better you know your stuff, the easier it is to let it go, and it just flows out of you. But if you're a little unprepared, you don't have your stuff down, then you're thinking 3 steps ahead, like, what am I going to say next, and this is going to lead to that. So number one, and anyone can do this, is just be prepared and know your stuff cold.
Sounds good.
And the second thing is pull yourself back into the present. That's also, I know a lot of what we're talking about here is the power of you and the power of relationships. Well, a lot of that just comes from being very present with the person you're talking to. So don't go way out here in your mind. Focus here and now, and your ability to think on your feet will go much, much better. Good. And as we go through the presentation, think back to the challenges you came up with, because we want you in your head to apply our lessons to your specific challenges. I've learned over the years doing this, so great. All people are funny. It's just a matter of trusting yourself to yourself. So, Fred, why don't you start with Once Upon, and Donnie, you'll say Hot Time. But the best thing you can do to build that rapport and confidence is to be happy.
Avish is going to be just.
The third thing to do to present, whether it's one-on-one or one-to a group, or especially for improvisation, is to project confidence. We're going to assign him an area of expertise. And it's going to be something he doesn't really know very much about.
Which is a lot.
Which is a lot of things. We've got a lot of choice here.
Cheerleading.
Cheerleading.
How did they know?
They must have seen your wardrobe. Huh.
What
can we expect for advancements in cheerleading in 2011?
You know, it's funny you should ask, because the field is really going through a renaissance right now. And I've been the head of the International Cheerleading Federation. It is now moving outward and away from Earth. And we're excited about that, because actually some of the Martians are intending to be getting involved in the cheerleading competitions. It's marvelous.
Excellent. Any other questions for Fred from the floor? Please demonstrate the perfect cheer.
Next question, please.
All right, let's get Fred ahead. Very nice.
Took a
large brick
and threw
it through
the window.
And when
he did that,
it became
a crime.
All right, good job. Let's get done.
It's not just for having fun. It's because if you learn how to do this properly, it can really help in altering the way you do a presentation.
I think we all kind of agreed that as far as the presentations go, that try to make more of a connection with the audience than just presenting at them.
Good.
So
good.
Knowing your stuff inside and out, and so you don't have to stumble.
Well, I learned that it's very important to be flexible.
Your presentations, whether it's one-on-one or one on a group, will definitely improve very quickly. So number one is
be flexible.
Number 2 is to think collaboratively.
And number 3 is to project confidence, no matter what.
Do those 3 things, and you will be great. Thank you very
Good.
much.
Thank you
for
folks.
having us.
Thanks.
Improv comedy. We're probably too much fun to stop.